What up, y'all? We back once again. I'm going to show myself here. There we are. What up? We're back checking out this week's daily races as usual. But, however, we got, if you look at the top of the screen up there, like up here, we got a little bit of work to do because after that daily race at Le Mans last week, that race absolutely killed my safety rating, and it's down to a B now. And literally, thank God that there were no driver rating updates for that race as well. Otherwise, my driver rating would probably be a B as well, if not possibly lower. I would pray it wouldn't have been lower, but I'm sure it would have at least been a B right now as well if driver rating updates were turned on. So thank God that was turned off. But yeah, we got a little bit of work to do to get my safety rating back to an S. Hopefully, we can do it by the end of this stream. If not, hopefully by the end of next stream. But anyway, it's time to check out the races. So for this week's daily race A, we got Blue Moon Speedway making a return, and we got the infield B layout this time. Which honestly, up until now, I don't think I've ever ran this layout of this track. Even back on the GT Sport days, like I've ran the infield A layout many times, but never this one. But this one's pretty easy. Like there's only really two big braking zones on this track, so there's really two spots for margin of error. But before we get into it, I want to go to the replay and I want to take a look at the fastest time. I have ran some laps around here already, but it's just that first corner is a little bit tricky to get right, and I just want to see how these other guys are doing it and see if I can replicate it the best I can. So we're going to start off by watching this guy's lap, see how he does it. I'm only interested in how he does the first corner. I don't care about any other part of the lap. I just want to see how he does the first turn, because the rest of the lap is very, very easy. It's just his first corner that's a little tricky. So let's see how this guy does it. Let's pay attention to where he brakes, and let's see what he does going into here. Oh, for Christ's sake. Really? Okay, let me see if I can find somebody that's quick, that's not using the freaking wall as assistance. I swear to God, that's literally the only way to do this. I'm the 7th quickest guy in the world. Let's see what he does. I don't want to rely on the wall to help with the corner entry. I really don't want to have to do that, so let's see how this guy does it. Oh my God, he's using the wall too. Jesus Christ. I really don't want to have to use the wall to assist, but I mean, if that's the fastest way around, you know, I guess whatever. I mean, maybe I'll try to see if I can work my way around without using the wall, if I can help it, because I really don't want to have to use that damn wall to assist with it. All right, I'll just sit tight for a moment, wait for the next entry period to open, and then we'll just go right in. There we go. Okay, I want this bad boy in ultra red. So yeah, we're back to the full shebang this week. Last week I only did daily race C because it was something brand new and I really want to just primarily focus on that. But yep, this week we're back to doing all three. Starting at a little bit later time than I usually do, but alright, let's see if I can try to get this first corner right without using the wall for these first couple laps. And then I'll try actually utilizing the wall just to assist. That's going to be tough to get used to because I don't like having to bounce off of something in order to help with the cornering. So see, it's just this car is just, it gets unsettled so bad when you drop down off the banking. That's the biggest issue with it. And then from here, it's flat. It's and then it's flat out through these next couple corners here. They're not even much of corners, they're just like small little kinks. They're not really much of turns. And then you got one last big braking zone here, and that's literally it. So yeah, really only 2 braking zones to worry about on this one. But yeah, I guarantee you that last braking zone coming on to the oval again, there's definitely going to be some carnage there for sure, especially with everybody going full speed through there. That's definitely going to be a carnage filled spot, I guarantee it. Yeah, that was a little better and didn't have to use the wall. So if we can do that every time, then we'll be golden. But no, I don't really do things consistently very well. They're ready to just mess out on getting this over a second. Okay, not quite my PB, but close. Yeah, see, I do something right the first time, but then every other time I can't do it again. Especially if it's really tricky to get consistently every single lap. Okay, a little bit quicker, but still not quite on my PB. Nope. Careful, careful. Oh boy, you really gotta commit through there. I should have followed the ghost. I don't know why I didn't, but we're still going to improve though, and this should be a new PB. Yep. Just about. No, that was bad. Bonk. Yeah, okay, that was way too narrow of a line. Jesus. A little bit of damage now, but it should fix itself by the time we come back around again. It should fix itself by the time we... Yep, there we go. So it seems... So it's definitely possible to do this without utilizing the wall. You just got to take a very wide entry into the corner and then cut back in. But you can definitely do this without using the wall, like all these other guys are doing. Now, I wonder if I can go just a little bit faster enough to get a 58.8. Well, this will definitely be a 0.8 right here. .849. All right, good deal. Yeah, I can imagine that transition onto the banking does not feel very pleasant, especially in just a standard road car like this. Yeah, still got a whole 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure quite a few of you probably know about this already, but that new Spec 3 update that's coming to this game in December, I am really looking forward to that. And I was watching somebody on YouTube like giving their thoughts about it, and they said something that I totally agree with. Like for these like lobbies, like for this where you're just waiting for the race to start, like they should make it to where like you can literally practice in here with everybody else on track as well, not just you. So that way it's at least somewhat more interesting instead of just driving around here by yourself for God knows how many minutes. It'd be nicer if there's actually people on the track with you as well. But if they're going to do that, it would probably be wise to make everybody ghosted to each other, or at least make it to where there's no contact. So that way, like, you know, if you're trying to set a lap time, you know, you can't get messed up by anybody. So if they're going to do that, they should at least make it to where we're all ghosted to each other when we're close to each other. But other than that, yeah, just make it a little more interesting and actually let us practice with literally everybody that's waiting. Because it does get boring just driving around by yourself after a while. And unfortunately, there's literally nothing else to do but just drive around and wait for the race to start. But, I mean, these laps are just under a minute a lap, so yeah, 5 more minutes, just a little under 5 more laps. Yeah, this thing understeers on the throttle on exit, so this thing definitely feels like it's all-wheel drive. Either that or it's front-wheel drive. This thing's either all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. But I feel like this thing is, judging by the way it drives, I feel like this thing is all-wheel drive. Because if this was just front-wheel drive only, it would be behaving a little bit different, more different than this. Don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Nope, just grazed it, but it's just still going to be enough to slow us down now. It's all about getting as close as you dare to that wall to get the best exit out of that corner. And getting a good exit out of that corner is crucial since it leads on to the front straightaway here. And screw using that wall. Don't need to use no damn wall to assist. Don't know what the hell these guys are doing. I mean, obviously they're faster than me just overall, but still, I feel like using that wall is unnecessary. I guess on this track it doesn't take that much because like there's literally only 2 braking zones on this track. Other than that, you're pretty much flat out. You're flat out the entire rest of the track basically. Oh, this could possibly be a little better here. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. If it is, it won't be that much, but... see if we can get a good exit out of this last corner. I committed a little too much. That's alright. I'm fine with the 58.8 for my lap time. So we'll see what that puts us. And I'm also curious on what kind of lobbies it's going to put me in for this stream, because my safety rating's so low. I'm probably definitely going to be in some lower rated lobbies for sure, regardless of what my driver rating says. Or maybe not. I don't know. I know usually when your driver rating is low, it usually puts you in lower lobbies. And in the case it's the same with your safety rating, but in terms of your safety rating, I don't know 100% like how it match makes you when your safety rating is lower than usual. Like I feel like it still puts you with fast guys that are also have their safety rating lower, but at the same time, you sometimes also get put in a lobby where like there's guys with a B safety rating, but they're in a lobby with people with an S safety rating. With maximum S, or maybe not quite maximum, but yeah, I guarantee you this first corner is going to be just as carnage filled as the last corner. But it just all depends on what kind of drivers I get in the race lobby. Okay, let's see who we get put with. Okay, this isn't not even a full lobby, and nobody in here that I recognize. But yep, as expected, I'm in a lobby with quite a few B drivers. Of course, that is to be expected. Again, since I'm starting my stream a little bit later than usual, yeah, that means there'll be a higher chance of faster guys being on. So my chances of being in a lower rated lobby are going to be much higher, with my safety rating being as low as it is. But like I said, hopefully by the end of the stream, we can at least get it back to S, if not. If you don't get it back to maximum S, that's fine. The goal is just to at least to get it back to AS of some sort. So let's see what we can do in this first race here. I imagine, I didn't pay attention, but I imagine it's a grid start. Yep, it's a grid start. Is there a full start check? Last one there wasn't, and there is no full start check. Okay, so we can just go and go. All right, and let's get her going. That guy got a bit of a poor start. Oh, okay. This guy's gonna send it on my inside. Alright. Alright, got somebody on my inside. Alright, let's see how this second braking zone goes. Brake a little early. Someone's on my inside. Okay, that went pretty well. Alright. Alright, well this is pretty much one lap down and 7 more to go. So let's see what we can get out of this one. Don't put me in the wall, please. Okay, thank you. Ah, damn. But, well, thankfully I didn't hit him in the process of that. Geez, this guy, let's do it at the front. They're going completely wide. Like, they're even going into the yellow. Don't hit the wall again. Oh, okay. Wasn't as bad that time. Gotta be careful of that trying to go side by side through there. Around the outside. See, can we get him cleared before the first corner? Alright, looks like we will. Okay. Oh, he braked a little early. Oof. Ooh, that was a bit of a bad corner, but we managed to get around all those guys. Oh my god, I keep getting thrown off every time. Aside from the first lap, I've literally hit that wall every time. Cause I don't know if they're gonna try to like get alongside me or not. Here we go, nice little double overtake. I'll bump drop with this guy, see if we can catch up to third. I think I got pushed a little bit. Alright, we're completely clear this time, so I can take my line. Oh, damn, somebody hit the wall back there. Going for it. Alright, I think that was just about clean enough. A little bit of a bump, but I made sure I didn't run him wide into the wall. That didn't really get a good run that time. Is this guy a lap down, or was he just slow? Well, he's defending, so that must be for position. Yeah, I think that is second that he's fighting with. Man, it is not easy getting a good run through that corner. Had a little bump up there. That's going to put me in this guy's slipstream. I have a very slim chance of getting second on this last lap. Stay in the slipstream, but then go up. Then I'm going to go up and take the racing line. Ooh, that was a good run. Very good run. Try to switch back. Damn it. Yeah, well, we had a shot at second at least. Of course, the best run I get out of that first corner comes on the very last lap. But yeah, that was a very good first run. This one is pretty fun. Even though there's only 2 braking zones, yeah, this one is kind of fun. I imagine I'm not gonna. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think I'm gonna get a clean race bonus, but I'm sure that was at least clean enough to get my safety rating up. And see, yep, my safety rating did go up, and apparently there's driver rating updates in this one as well. They've been doing that quite a bit recently, where they've been making Daily Race A have driver rating updates as well. Oh, that's fine. You know, we'll use a black car this time. Why not? Change it up. Well, I'm not necessarily worried about improving my lap. So I guess we're just going to be driving around for... No, I mean, I guess I can try and improve maybe a little bit. But I mean, I don't think I will. I think I've reached my peak on this one already. Yeah, I think from what I've learned on this first corner, like after you get off the brake, like you got to be really patient on the throttle and let the car rotate before getting on it to get a good run. Like you really gotta let the car breathe through that corner to get the best run. You know, every once in a while we get a Daily Race A where it's on the Daytona Tri-Oval, but we should get it. We need to have a Daily Race A at one point where it's on the oval of this track, like the actual oval. That's right. I don't think like the actual oval of this track has been in a daily race in a very long time, or even ever. I don't think. If it has been a daily race, then it's probably only been a daily race one time, because I don't remember it being a daily race. So either it has or it hasn't. But either way, we really should get one. And I always keep saying, you know, hey Polyphony, add NASCARs to Gran Turismo 7 or to Gran Turismo. You did it. You put a NASCAR in 6, so why can't you put one on this one? Just give us all the new generation of NASCARs, the Cup cars, I should say. Come on, Polyphony. You know you want to give it to us. Yeah, because like the fact that Daytona's in this game, like if they were to add NASCARs to this game, it would just be perfect. Damn, the ghost was able to beat me. Well, we're running relatively close to my personal best at the moment. Whoop. A little too deep that time. Yeah, at this point, I've definitely reached my peak on this track with this car. You know what? Screw it. let's try utilizing the wall this time. Oh, didn't exactly get the best entry into there. Ooh, that was a very good run to that last corner. Yeah, this might be a PB here, actually. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a PB. It's going to be a 58.7 at least. There we go. Almost a 58.6. Yeah, I guess I can see why that wall comes in handy. Because I just gained almost another 2/10 right here. I don't think I'm going to be able to replicate that good run I got in the last lap. Alright, well we managed to improve my time by at least over a 10th. And yeah, I can see how that wall does help. It allows you to get a little bit of a straighter entry into the corner. You can power out faster. You can't hit it too hard or you're going to get damaged like I just did there. And you also get penalty. But yeah, I'm obviously not going to be doing that during the race, but... Okay. Looks like we're... Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember any of the names from the last race, so I can't say... Well, I mean, I see some of them, but not very many. Definitely nobody that I've seen in the past, so... They're probably all in the higher rated lobbies. Because their safety ratings probably didn't get jacked up like mine did. Yeah, but then again, those guys I usually see in Daily Race A, like Ben Rod, Harley, Roxanne, like I never see them in like Daily Race B or C. So I feel like they only run Daily Race A. Like they never do B or C, or this as far as I've seen. Perhaps maybe they run them on the days that I'm not, but so far, with the amount of times I've seen them in Daily Race A, I've never seen a single one of them in Daily Race B or C. Anyway, race number 2. Let's see if we can convert this one to a win. Got a little bad exit there. Screw it, why not? Let's go for it early. Well, this guy didn't want to go apparently. Yeah, that guy was able to just powerhouse by both of us. Yeah, it's not easy to pass on that first corner, considering the fact that you got to take a wide line in order to get a good run. Yeah, I took that way too narrow. That compromised my exit. So I feel like the best spot to pass is definitely the second braking zone. Because trying to pass on this first corner is not easy. I had the run, but I couldn't utilize it. Dang it. Oh, why, dude? Really? And you're just gonna go like nothing happened? Wow, okay. Okay, buddy. Oh boy, the 3 wide behind me. Oh god. Yeah, sure, just move me out of the way like I don't exist. Well, so much for potentially converting this to a win. I don't think it's happening now. Oh, somebody's going for a takeout. And from the looks of it, he probably failed miserably. I won't be surprised if he leaves after that. Well, we're definitely not going to win, but we'll see if we can try to salvage a couple places. Oh, for God's sake, why'd you have to hit the wall? I had such a good run out of that corner. Alright, we still got a few more laps. Okay, you know what? Yeah, nah, yeah. I tried to leave him room, but couldn't do it. Okay, wow. I tried to leave him room, but this thing just doesn't have the right, and I didn't have the right line. Perhaps I probably should have waited till the other braking zone to go for that move instead of doing it there. I learned from last time. Not gonna try to pass him here. Wait for the braking zone. Oh, okay, well, I don't want to be on this side, but we'll see how it goes. Old switcheroo. Oh, okay, nope, we're gonna get hit by the other guy behind me. Wow, okay. Damn, we would have had, that would have been a clean switchback. If it wasn't for that. Is he gonna take him out, I wonder? Is he gonna put him in the wall? Oh, they're definitely gonna hit each other. Yeah, I'll let him have it. Cause he did get fucked over there. So yeah, well we could have had a third, but no, Ricky Bobby had to be a bit of a doofus and hit me when I was about to execute a very good switcheroo. But oh well, shit happens. As long as it doesn't impact my safety rating, then oh well, whatever. But knowing how it is, even though I'm the one that got hit, I mean, I did accidentally put that one guy into the wall. I imagine I'm probably gonna lose a little bit. Oh no, we gained. Well, we only lost driver rating in that, so I'll take that over losing safety rating. All right. Alright, let's gear up for one more run on this one, and we'll go back to my traditional red color. Alright. Yeah, it's already almost been an hour. Jeez, that hasn't felt that long. Wow, it's only felt like 30 minutes. Jeez, we're already almost an hour into the stream. Wow. try to live in first person. Why not? Just for the lulz. I imagine this is not going to go well, but screw it. Just for the lulz. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought, but still slower though. Nope, whoops. Jeez, I wasn't even full throttle. I still understeered into the wall. Yeah, some of these laps have not been very consistent. Some of them are, but most of them are not. Well, honestly, I'd say it's about a fair mix, maybe. Well, this will be my last full lap of practice on this daily race, if I even get the entire lap. No, we're not going to get the entire lap. We're just going to be short. But I'm not worried about improving my lap anyway, so. Yep, nope. It even delayed for a split second, still didn't get to finish the lap. Okay, starting third this time. Same pole sitter from the first race is here, and the guy that started in front of me last race is also here. See, is that Ricky Bobby guy in here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, good. Don't have to worry about him being a potential menace in this one. But yeah, seeing how quick that guy was in the first race that he was in, yeah, I don't think I'm going to beat him, but I mean, who knows? We'll see. It's just all a matter of if I can get a good run myself. Let's be mostly peaceful, please. Well, you definitely don't have to worry about me, unless it's an accident, but... Alright. Our third and final race of Daily Race A. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, we're 3 wide. That's not good. Okay, don't know why this guy's honking at me. Yeah, that guy's in the lead. He's utilizing the wall even in the race. So if he keeps doing that, we might not catch him, actually. I'm pretty sure he was doing that in the first race, too. I almost said last race, but he wasn't in the last race. I meant the first race. I mean, we are getting a little bit. We're definitely closer to him than we were on the first lap. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, he did kind of brake early. Hopefully he doesn't send me into oblivion in this corner for that. Okay, he didn't, thankfully. Okay, well, he did that, though. Alright, well, we still got half the race to go. We'll see if we can catch back up to that group. Yeah, I think the leader's checked out at this point, so we'll see if we can catch back up with this group and fight for second. Right now, I'm just barely in the slipstream, but in these cars, it's not really going to do anything. Especially from this far back. It's not really going to kick in very much. But they are close together up there, so they can definitely bump each other around and slow each other up. Therefore allowing me to catch up. But it seems like most of them are doing that first corner better than I am. Oh boy, they're 3 wide. Oh, nearly. Well, we're definitely on the back foot of them now. But yeah, at this point, we can forget about winning this race. But we can at least go for second. That's definitely possible. It's alright, we're not out of it yet. Oh my god, that was a terrible line. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, I thought I could maybe take a little bit of a narrower line, maybe gain a little more ground, but nope, that did not work at all. Jesus Christ. And now I got a half-second penalty to serve on top of it. Well, we're definitely not getting second now. Potentially. Unless all 3 of these guys crash each other out, which I doubt. Oh boy, they're really really bumping and banging up there. I think one of them hit the wall. He's getting put in the wall. Come on, can we get him? Yeah, well, we should definitely get him before the line. Well, we're not going to get second, but we're at least going to get third back. So, hell yeah. Good courtesy of those two messing each other up on the last corner there. So yeah, I will take that. I finished where I started after all that. Yeah, there was a little bit of argy-bargy in that one, so I don't know if it's going to negatively impact my safety rating in that one. Nope, it didn't. Okay, we're good. Still going up. Alright, so let's see where it's at after those first 3 races. It's still a B, but it's almost an A. Alright, gotta wait 4 minutes. Okay, hold on, let me just go ahead and... I don't really feel like dicking with this shit and putting the tires on every time, so let's just go to the garage and log these on. I don't know why I did this earlier. I literally even went to change the oil on this thing to make sure it was good, and I didn't think to change the tires while I was here as well. Alright, got away about a little over 4 minutes. Yeah, I did run some laps on all these prior to the stream, but not that many. So there's definitely a small room for some small improvements, I imagine. Okay, I need to use a little bit less brake going into there from where we start. There we go. And of course, this is the track where that chicane on the back straightaway, you gotta really cut that thing a lot. I still remember that one trick that was on this track from years ago, where you would clip your inside wheels over the curb and it would latch you on like a rail, and it would just pull you around the corner. You can gain so much time. I'm pretty sure that doesn't work anymore, but I still remember when even I utilized that. It was on this corner too. Basically, you would just dip your inside tires over the curb and it would just pull you along like you're a train on rails. Alright, here we go, this chicane. I say chicane, it's not really a chicane, but it's more like S's, I'd say, but you can really abuse the hell out of this. Okay, yeah, I definitely had a little bit too much steering load on there because these things don't wheel spin very easily given their low power. So yeah, I was definitely steering a little too much. Yeah, I kind of did it briefly there. Let's see how close this lap is compared to my record. Okay, about a second off. Alright. Matchmaking period should be open by now. Or the entry period, I should say. Alright, 12 and a half minutes. Alright, let's see if we can get back in my rhythm and try to shave that time down a little bit. If we can. Hey, there we go. Improved by a couple tenths. Nice. Not gonna lie, it is kind of satisfying having an even lap time like that. Ah, damn. Damn, we were on for an even faster lap there. Yeah, I knew the ghost was gonna get a little bit better exit than I did. This should still be faster though. Oh. Committed a little too much that time. Yeah, at this point, I want to try to just work on getting the chicane right. Because that's going to be the race killer there. no, no. Ay, ay, ay. Well, if I didn't make that mistake, I would have had time for all that, but now I don't. Oh well. Managed to gain a few tenths in this practice session, so that's good. Okay. Let's see where we get put on the grid for this. And let's see what kind of lobby we're in. Okay, we're in somewhat of a high split lobby. There's some A+ guys in here, so that's a good sign. Our safety rating is, it's still a B, but it's a very high B, so. Any familiars starting at the bottom? Nope. Alright, let's get her going. Let's see what we can do in Daily Race B. That's a very bold choice in that Suzuki back there. And here we go. Oh, rip. Oh, you got a 1 second penalty. Well, it was fun racing with you while it lasted. Goodbye. Alright, let's see if we can catch this group up front here. Oh, I think I cut that too much. I'm probably gonna get penalized for that. Yep. Damn. 1 second for that. Wow. Damn. Damn, just as I was getting on the back foot of this group as well. I imagine this probably could put me right back with Smith behind me. Damn, if only I didn't get that penalty, I definitely could have had a shot at top 5 in this one. And hey, wow, look at that. I was 4,000ths off the fastest lap of the race as well. Look at that. Well, yeah, aside from that 1 second penalty, that was a very solid run. That was no major incidents or nothing. Like, wow, that was a very clean race. We should definitely get a clean race bonus for that one. Oh, wow, we didn't. That's actually surprising, but hey, it was still a clean run, so I will take it. Let's see, is our safety rating back up to an A now after that? Oh, no, it's still a B. Wow, I'm actually surprised I didn't go to an A after that good run. That's alright, we still got plenty of time. And it should definitely go up by the time we're done with Daily Race B entirely for the stream. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's not worth shifting down to third on the initial entry for that turn there. How the hell did I get a penalty that time? All right. Let's see where we are on this one. Yeah, a little bit further down this time, but see, we got a couple of the guys in here from the last race, like C. Smith, the guy that was racing before. Yeah, as long as we have ourselves another clean run like in the last one, we should definitely, our safety rating should increase to an A after this. Alright, let's go. Actually, now that I think about it, this is where I started in the previous race, actually. So I'm not starting further down. I'm actually starting exactly where I started in the last race. Ooh. So, he's fine. Everybody's fine. Oh, crap. Alright, back in 6th once again. That was a very good evasive maneuver there. I knew he was going to come back onto the track like that. Oh, yeah, crap. Where'd he go? And there you go, buddy. Have the position back. Yeah, I bumped him right as I shifted up and it killed my momentum a little bit. Ah, no. Okay, yeah, I think that the Genesis definitely put the Ferrari into me. Oh, and he paid for it, but unfortunately I'm still gonna finish behind him. Damn it. Well, that one didn't quite go according to plan, but things happen. Feel like that might not put me up to an A safety rating now. Oh, well, I mean, we still gained safety rating. Surprisingly. And yep, my safety rating is back to an A now. By a miracle after hitting that guy off in the last race. Alright, one more run on this one, and then we'll move on to the infamous Daily Race C for this week. this should be our last practice session for, or practice lap for this session. Our last full lap, at least. Alright, and now we wait this last minute. Okay. Let's see. We started 7th in the previous two. And looks like we're starting 7th again. Or, yep, we're starting 7th again. And it looks like all the same guys are still starting in front of me. Hopefully I can have a little bit better run this time and not hit anybody off. Yeah, I didn't actually realize this because I didn't actually look, but yeah, I'm actually not too far off with the lap time of a few of the guys in front of me. So it's no wonder I was able to stay so close to them. Alrighty. Let's do this one last time before we move on. Oh, rip. And here we are yet again in 6th place, fighting for a top 5. Let's see if we can actually get it this time. Oh wow, okay, that was definitely on purpose. Whoa. Okay, really, dude? I hit you up and I waited for you last time, and now you're gonna go and do that? Okay. Well, if I end up hitting you up this time, I'm not waiting this time. Since you want to race me like that. Okay, geez, I don't know what kind of defensive defense that was. Just blocks me and then just breaks right in front of me before the corner's even there. Wow, he literally just opened the door for me. All right. Very nice. Not only did we get a top 5, but we also got a podium. Hell yeah. Yeah. About that little incident there, all I'm going to say is, if you're going to brake a little early to set yourself up into the turn, don't do it when somebody's right behind you. Because I was not, because, I mean, I can't prepare for that, so. So if you're going to brake early, like that, don't do it when somebody's right on your ass. Because they're not going to be able to predict that. But I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of half expecting to get like a 3-second penalty or something like that because of the way the penalty system is, but it didn't. So right. Oh, and yeah, we also got the fastest lap in that race, which doesn't happen very often, so I'll happily take that as well. Hell yeah, brother. 3rd place and the fastest lap of the race. Alright. Time to move on to Daily Race B, Daily Race C at Dragon Trail. Dragon Trail Seaside, to be specific. Yeah, this one's going to be a good one, I know that much. And I ran some laps around this one already, so no need to practice beforehand. We can just jump straight into the entry period. I feel like I can improve my lap a little bit, but we got 2 whole sessions coming up after this, so I got plenty of time to try to improve my lap. Fastest car for this one is the GTR. And in this one, we got to use the medium and the hard tire. And like normally, like you start with the fast tire and end with the slower one, but I feel I've seen some people do the opposite. Like they start with the slower tire and end with the faster tire. So perhaps I'll try both ways in this race. Because it's not like it's a race where you gotta use the softs and the hards. It's only medium and hards, so it's not as big of a grip difference. You gotta be careful coming out of there because even on medium tires, you can still break traction if you get on the throttle too early. Then, of course, the most famous part of this track, the death chicane. And I know I can do it better than that. I just got a poor line. Yep, this track doesn't exist in real life, but for very good reason. I don't think anybody would want to go through that chicane like that in real life. Like that's just somebody dying waiting to happen right there. If this track were to exist in real life. Much better that time. No, I took that way too narrow. I definitely braked too early for that. Yeah, that was a good lap as well. That probably would have been a new PB for sure. Damn, I should have turned the ghost off. That's all right. We got two more sessions to run laps around. So if I have the capability to improve my time, which I definitely do, we'll have opportunities later on. All right, let's see where we're starting in our first race. Okay, so we're starting third, but this is definitely a bit of a lower rated lobby. Well, either this is a lower rated lobby or there's not many fast guys on this one right now, because I was definitely in a somewhat higher split lobby in the previous one, because I mean, I was with A+ drivers, quite a few of them at that. But anyway, should I start with the mediums or the hards? You know what? I think I'll start with the mediums for this one, since I'm closer to the front. So yeah, I'll stick to the mediums. Then I'll switch to the hards. Now, I'm not exactly sure which lap I need to pit on to get off the mediums. So I'll either go in when I feel like it's right, or I'll wait until the guy's in front of me going. Because I'm assuming the two in front of me are going to be on mediums too. Let's see how we do. 13 laps of Dragon Trail Seaside. First of 3 races. Alright, and here we go. Maybe these guys are on medium tires. Oof. Okay, a little bit scuffy there, but it's alright. We're still going straight. No, Brazilian on Brazilian violence. Also tugging behind them. Oof. Damn. Thankfully he did not hit me there. Wow. Yeah, I think these two in front of me are on the hard tire. I mean, with the amount I'm catching them. These guys are on hard tires. I need to start getting more aggressive and try to get around them. Nah. That was very bad through there, but he had it worse than I did. Alright, let's see if we can catch back up with the Porsche in front. Yeah, I knew doing that was going to come with a risk. Oh wow, I actually thought I was going to hit the wall there. That was very close. That was a little too close for comfort. Well, it seems like everybody else behind is on hard tires. And the Porsche in front is on hard tires as well. Then I guess he's just that much quicker than me to where he can stay ahead even on the hard tires. But I'm pretty sure he's on mediums. With the amount of time he's gaining on me, yeah, he's got to be on medium tires. And of course, he's a faster driver since he started in front of me. So now it's just a matter of getting a big enough gap to everybody else behind me to where when I get on the hard tire, they won't be able to catch me up. Again, I don't know when the appropriate time to pit off the medium tires will be, but we'll figure that out when we get that far. Yeah, he's running a whole second faster than me per lap. Alright, we got a couple people getting off the hard tire now. Yeah, I've been noticing like over the past couple of laps, like I gain on him in like the first half of the track, but then on the second half he gains that time back. Well, if he is on the medium tires, then I guess I'll peel on the same lap he does. I want to make one small adjustment. Meant to do this on the previous lap, but I zoned out a bit. Put my brake balance on all the way to the rear to try to protect the front tires a bit more. Almost lost it. Yeah, the guys behind are starting to make up ground on their fresh medium tires. Guy in front's gained almost 2 seconds on me now. Still not pitting yet. Yep, so at this point I'm not pitting until he does. Because no matter what I do, the guys behind are still going to gain on me regardless. And we'll see if me making that mistake through this corner a few laps ago is going to cost me or not. Definitely cost me a few seconds. But we'll see if that's the difference between me achieving second or not. I imagine he's probably going to pit either this lap or the next lap. an easy pit in this one. I'm sure he's going to pit either this one or the next. I feel like this has definitely got to be our inlet because those front tires are really hurting. I think whether he pits or not, I'm probably gonna pit on this lap. All right, let's see where I come out. Okay, so we lost only one position. And this car is still 4 seconds behind. Take it nice and easy, get these tires up to temperature for the last few laps. Alright, well, we'll see if I can keep this other Brazilian behind me for the last couple laps. Surely the leader's going to be coming in this time. Yep, he's in now. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep this guy behind. He's already second behind me. And he has the fastest lap of the race now. There's no way I'm keeping this guy behind me. Probably not going to keep him behind for long, but I'll try to keep him behind as long as I can. He's in a Supra. I'm in a GTR. He has the fastest car in a straight line, and I'm driving one of the slowest in a straight line. Damn it. Yeah, I know. I kind of took that a little too narrow. Compromised my exit. I'm pretty sure I didn't cause him to hit that. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess for once, or I guess using the hard tire first is the better strategy. Well, at least my safety rating still went up, so that is good. But yeah, this time we'll start on the hards and finish on the mediums for these next two races. And so we got at least a couple laps to try to improve my lap, so let's see about doing that. Well, we got close on that previous lap, but nah, that was a bad line. Damn. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying I'm not gonna be able to finish this lap anyway. And dead. I'm starting second this time. But you know what? I'm still gonna start on the hards. So I'll do 3 laps on the hard tire, and then we'll do the remainder of the race on the medium. Excuse me. Alright, let's go. Put my brake balance on 5 again, just to protect the front tires. Alright, let's see how we do this time. Now that we're on the optimum strategy. Alright, here we go. Let's see what kind of tires this guy's on. Well, so far it seems like he's on the same tires as me. Yeah, looks like he's on the hards also. But I'm putting on lap 3. I don't know what lap he's planning on putting on. Oh, actually I went up a gear too many. Nah, that was a bad line. Shit. Nah, shit. And just to add insult to injury. God damn it. Well, if that's the difference between me and potentially winning this race, then I'm gonna be pissed. I should pit now to minimize time loss from that, but I don't want to pit too early, and then the mediums give out. So I'm sticking with the plan. Alright, looks like they're staying out. Am I literally the only one pitting right now? Oh, no, okay, I'm not the other one. Alright, well, we'll see how well this works out. I don't know if they're going to pit a lap later or not, but we'll see how this works out. Yeah, I reckon everybody up front is going to be coming in this lap. No, they're not? Really? Wow, okay. Oh, well, that Lambo's getting a 3-second penalty for cutting the line. Alright, well, because the guys in front are staying up for another lap. This guy's on the hard tire, then I'm going to want to get by him as quick as possible. Yeah, this guy's definitely on the slower tire. Therefore, I'm going to want to get by him right here. And also that little oversteer moment I had didn't help as well. gonna cost me a second, maybe. They're still not pitting up there. Okay, they've got to be on medium tires. Either they're on medium tires or they're staying on the hards way too long. Therefore, they're just slowing themselves down. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe they are on medium tires because I'm not really gaining very much on them, or not on the leader at least. So you know, maybe the leader was on medium tires, but he just wasn't getting away from me as fast. I mean, he is significantly further ahead than everybody else. But at the same time, I don't know what tires the guys behind him are on as well. If they're staying out this long, then they gotta be on medium tires themselves. At this point, I have no idea how this is gonna cycle out. Just gotta wait and find out. I should definitely get past these two in the pits now. Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to play out at this point. Just gotta keep hitting my marks. And just see what happens in the lateral stage. Slowly catching up to the leader now. Perhaps maybe he's medium tires are starting to give out. Oh, what the fuck? Hold up. Where did you come from? Well, this guy is a lot faster than me, so we'll see if we can at least keep in his draft. As long as I can keep in his draft, then I should be able to stay with him. And then it's just a matter of waiting for these two up front to pit. Alright, Lear's in. They're both in, and they were both on mediums. Damn, if only this guy wasn't here, I would have been clear. Because they're on hards now, and I'm on mediums. Even after making that mistake on lap 1 with hitting the wall and getting that penalty. Damn, if only this Sector 1 guy wasn't here, I would have been clear. But now I think this guy's just gonna drive away from me because I'm getting out of his draft now. You know what? It ain't over till it's over. Okay, we're still somewhat in his draft. Oh my god, I thought I was going to lose it for a second there. Oof, both got a little loose there. Damn it. I was pushing way too hard, trying to keep up with that guy. Okay, ow. Well, at this stage, I don't think it would have mattered whether I made that mistake on lap one or not. That guy would have caught me up anyway, and probably passed me anyway. I mean, I was keeping up with him after he passed me. If only I knew he was behind me, I would have been pushing a little bit harder, trying to not have him catch up so quick. But I had no idea how. I was so focused on trying to keep my pace up that I had no idea he was there. Like, he literally surprised me when I heard him on my inside there, coming into the last corner. He probably started at the back as well. Damn, if only he wasn't here, I would have been clear for the win. But now we're gonna have to settle for 8th because of me pushing too hard. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Disappointing, but it's all good. That was still a fair run up until that point. So, or I say fair, no, that was a good run up until that point. But yeah, I just had to be a little bit more on pace there. Well, I'm sure my safety rating went up at least. Yeah, we lost some driver rating, but that's alright. As long as that safety rating's still increasing, that's all I care about right now. And let's see, after 2 races of this, where's it at now? Okay, alright, it's back to an S. Okay, perfect. We have achieved our goal for the stream. Okay, and now, before we run this next race, I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break, so I shall be back. All right. Now, if I start now, I could probably get maybe at least one lap in. Nope, we're gonna come up just short. We're gonna be just short on time for one lap. That's all right. Even if I did have that one lap, I'm sure I wouldn't have improved my lap time anyway. All right. Last race of the stream. Let's see where we're starting. Let's see what kind of lava we're in as well. Now that our rating's back to S. Yeah. Looks like we're still in somewhat of a lower lobby. I don't know if my driver rating's down a little bit lower than usual. Maybe that's why. Let's see. Is that Sector 1 guy here this time? All right. Let me switch to the hard tire before I forget. Okay. Now let's see, is he in here again? Nope. No, he's not here this time. Okay. But that W. Martin's guy is here still, and I noticed he was setting the fastest lap the last couple of races. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. Right, the lap times at the front are still kind of close, so it's just a matter of what strategy everybody else is on. Okay, here we go. Last race of the stream. Let's see how it turns out. Yeah, like Sector 1 isn't here this time, so I don't have to worry about him coming out of nowhere from behind. And despite that W. Martin guy setting the fastest lap the last couple of races, I haven't really seen him very much, so. Well, so he stays back there like the last couple of races. Alright, here we go. Please don't give me a penalty for that. I had no choice but to take that line. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I literally had no choice but to take that line. Otherwise, I would have caused an accident. Okay, so now it's just a matter of what kind of tire this guy's on. Who's in the lead now? Oh, you hit the wall. Oh, that was a mistake. Why did I do that? Oh, he's got to have second penalty now as well. Probably from hitting the barrier. I think this guy might be on the hard tire, otherwise he would have caught me so much faster. Okay, come on, dude. You got a penalty. You shouldn't be fighting this hard. Oh my god, I just thought I was going to hit the wall. Holy shit. And there you go, serve your penalty. Now let's not make a muck of this first corner this time. Or last corner, I mean. Alright, and now, once again, just like last race, this will be my end lap. Nobody else is pitting. Yeah, this is what I did last race and it worked out. So let's see how long they stay on the hard tire for, which I assume they are still on the hard tire. Alright, let's see if this turns out like last race. Oh, that was the guy who was up front. That was the guy that was up front with me. 4. And this guy's going slow. Why are you going so slow, dude? Get out of the way. Man, I can't believe none of these guys aren't pitting in front of me yet, especially if they're on the hard tire. But then again, I thought the 2 in front were on hard tires last race, but they weren't. I can only assume these guys are on hard tires or they're on worn mediums. I'm catching them very quick. Hopefully I can get around them very quick as well. Because now they're just going to slow me up. Time to start getting aggressive. Oh boy, what's going on? Oh crap. Oh Christ almighty, what's happening? Jesus Christ, are you serious? Man, I'm getting held up so much back here. Gap it down to just under 13 seconds, now back up to nearly 15 again. Alright, these guys are pitting. Gas back up to 15 seconds now. Alright. Need to try to make that time back up. That's exactly how I blew it last race. But then, my only dilemma is, if they are on hard tires up there, and they pit for fresh mediums, then they're going to have fresher tires than me. That's the only dilemma as well. Alright, these guys are pitting. So I'll definitely get by them. And there was somebody on me. Okay, so now everybody except for the leader is pitted. Oh, geez, now that Martin guy's behind me. God damn it. If I didn't get held up, he wouldn't have been so close to me. Well, at least I'm aware he's back there now. So now I can actually try to keep him behind. Unlike last race, I had no idea Zector was behind me. But now that I'm actually aware that he's back there, now I can actually try to keep him behind me. This will be for the lead of the race once the leader eventually pits. Okay, I think the leader's pitting now. Yep, he is. Whoa, that was a dive in. Okay, that was... Geez, that was a dive and a half. God damn. Of course, it's a Brazilian as well. Oh, Christ. No, bro, what is your deal? Dude, seriously? What is your problem? Are you serious? You're gonna do me dirty like that? Fucking Brazilians, bro. I swear to God. Get them off of this fucking game. God, every single one of them, they drive like fucking pieces of fucking shit. What an asshole, dude. Hopefully he kills himself in the Desiccane and he gets what he deserves. He definitely deserves it after that. That's bullshit, dude. He completely moved me out of the way without a care in the world. Oh, it's definitely a bit slow through there. Get back here, you little sumbitch. That's unbelievable, dude. I swear. Ban every fucking Brazilian that plays this game. They don't deserve to play. That is not the way I wanted to end this. You know what? He probably knows what he did as well, because he literally braked early, like right before he initially put me loose like that. He knew what he was doing as well, so he knows he's an asshole and he doesn't give a shit, because all Brazilians don't give a shit. And from fighting for the lead to miles behind and dead last. What a fucking joke. And I'm all pissed off about this because of that fucking asshole Brazilian that just doesn't give a shit. You know what I really? Yeah, I didn't do shit. That was all you. Saying you know what I did, bitch. I didn't do shit. You clearly you did that out of without a care in the world. While my stage rating was up back to an S, but thanks to freaking W Martin fucking asshole, now it's not. But I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, it's a maximum A. So one get race in next week's stream, and we'll get it back up. But still, a bit. It's just so infuriating. Not the way I wanted to end the evening, but. And I would say I would do another one after that, but honestly, I kind of don't want to, because I have a feeling I'm gonna run into him again, and then he's gonna piss me off again. So it's probably best to just leave it at that. But yeah, until next week, I guess. Hopefully I never see that guy again. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. So thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I shall catch y'all on the next one. See y'all later.